welcome back. It's day 4 of the video series, Eat Your Radiance. I'm really kind of a little bit sad actually about not being able to spend time with you every day. I've really enjoyed making this video series and I am excited to get emails and to hear how all of the concepts are working for you and what's happening for you and your experience and your journey. I've been on a pretty incredible journey, and it's been a long one, and it continues today. And I love being able to share the concepts that I've learned with other people and with you, and I'm grateful to you for taking the time to watch this series and make it all the way through. I'm very proud of you because there are a lot of people that don't make it all the way through. Actually, it was a little bit on purpose because I wanted to be talking to people who were very committed to changing their lives and to bringing health and awareness to themselves. And that really is something that you specifically have to do. I can teach you the lessons, I can teach you the concepts, but I can't make you do anything. That's a choice that you make. And you did it. You did it, you're doing it, and I'm really proud of you. And I would love to have an opportunity to work with you one-on-one. I would love to talk with you a little bit if you'd like to schedule a strategy session with me, and we can talk about what your particular situation is, and we can talk about some possible strategies and ways that we can work together. So so glad again that you're here, glad that we've had this time together, and I just want to share with you that today's topic will be kill your diet and savor your food. So we'll get started on that topic next. I mentioned in video 2 that there are a vast array of diets out there. They range from lemon water with cayenne pepper and maple syrup to chicken and broccoli only every day for weeks and weeks, to eating veggies and carbs only. So the selection is huge out there. There are lots of diets. But unfortunately, one of the things that I have found after my study, I studied an entire year on every possible diet that's out there, which was a very overwhelming project. And what I found is that there is not one particular diet that works for every person. So you are very individual. You are your own person, and you are made up genetically of something that no one else in this world is made up, a combination of factors that nobody else in this world is made up of, even your siblings. My sister loved and does really well on the Atkins diet or some variation of the Atkins diet. I was on the Atkins diet for a little while, and I was a maniac. I was climbing the walls, and I was mean, and I was grumpy, and I didn't lose any weight. In fact, I gained weight. My sister did it, and she was cheerful and happy and laughing and excited and joyful and lost a ton of weight. So every person, even your siblings, are completely different than you. And so that requires that you take the time to really focus on figuring out what works specifically for your body and what works for your lifestyle, because every lifestyle is different. We all have different factors that are involved in our lives, and we each can handle certain levels. So what I can handle in the way of stress may not be what someone else can handle in the way of stress. And so we have to moderate the factors based on our individuality. Our country is now at an obesity rate of 2 in every 3 adults is either overweight or obese. That is a huge number. And it's not going to do anything but take our country down. And we have the power to change that. You have the power to change that for yourself and for your children and for your grandchildren and for the generation for which you are responsible. And I'd like to challenge you to do that. One of the things that I have noticed when I've looked around, gosh, not just recently, but throughout years and years of, I mean, even 20 years, I started noticing that almost every person that I saw drinking a Diet Coke or a diet drink of some sort was overweight. Now, I mean, obviously I realize one of the reasons they're drinking is because they're on a diet, and so they're trying to, enjoy something that they like, but be on a diet. And what I have found for me, and that works really well for me, and I find it works for everyone really that I come across, is that we can actually not diet. We can actually enjoy the foods that we do enjoy, and we enjoy them for a reason. And we can savor our food, and we can get rid of these diet plans. You do not have to buy a diet plan. I saw a commercial the other day for I guess these little colored cups that you can put, if like the green ones were vegetables and the pink ones were meat or something. I don't know what all it was about, but I was sitting there watching it. I thought, okay, that's clever, and there's some elements and some concepts in that whole idea that are reasonable, and definitely that teaches you about portions, which is another huge issue in our country. But it may not, like, it makes you focus on food. When you're that focused on food, and all day every day makes you that focused on food, it can almost become just I can't think of the word, but it becomes something that you're so zeroed in on that it's like it's out of control, and you can't get a control on it. And so my concept is that you as an individual work on understanding what it is that your body needs. And I gave you an exercise in video 2 on how to know and listen and start listening to your body in order to learn what it is that your body needs. Something that I've heard people say many times is an argument that's used against eating healthy is, it's so expensive to eat healthy. Well, okay, you can eat healthy food and not pay a whole bunch of medical bills when you're down the road, or even now. I know I have someone that she's 23 years old, and she's struggling physically and has since she was about 16 years old. And the reason for that is because she's not getting the nutrition she needs. She's had anxiety disorders, she's had autoimmune disorders, she's had she holds up in her house all day every day because she's scared to go out. And that is indicative of someone whose nutrition levels, honestly, are very low. There are a myriad of ways to eat nutritionally well and do it inexpensively. There are so many groups that are forming. There's growing your own garden, which can be so much fun, and it's something you can even do in an apartment these days. There are really no excuses. Tony Robbins says it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness, and that is the truth. It's hard to hear sometimes, but it is the truth. If eating nutritionally dense foods is very important to you, you will figure out a way to do it. You will. You will adjust your budget if that's what needs to be done in order to make sure that you are nutritionally healthy. I know for me, when I was blissfully ignorant and I was drinking Dr. Pepper and eating Oreo cookies, that I found that my medical bills were really high because I had to go to the doctor for urinary tract infections and for colon issues, and my digestive system was not functioning properly, and as a result my whole body was just completely off, and I lost all kinds of energy. So then also antidepressants, I was on antidepressants for a while. All of those things add up, and if I took all of that money and I put it into my food and nutrition, my exercise, its situation is resolved, and it's resolved for my whole life. It's not just resolved for right now. And so I just want to encourage you on that. And what I want you also to focus on is it's not about diets. It is not about diets. It's about nutritionally dense food and giving the cells in your body what they need in order to function structurally and functionally. My goal here is just to absolutely encourage you to really look at what is possible and to really observe what are your resources, what are the options, and what can you do, what is possible, what can happen, and to really embrace that and be empowered by that. You know, we live in an incredible country where we have so many options, and we unfortunately are choosing our poorest possible options. And there's just no reason, you know, we don't have to be doing that, and we can be leaders in this world, continue to be leaders in this world, and be leading and guiding other countries as well, and not allowing our poor nutritional habits to invade the rest of the world as well. I mean, as a country that has such leadership in this world, we have that responsibility. And so I'm here to encourage you to get away from the diets. Stop with the diets. Don't do those anymore. And the next time that you're tempted, maybe take some time instead. Take that same time that you might spend researching and looking into that diet to just listening to your own body and using exercise in video too. And you know, take yourself down a much more fruitful road that will take you to a happier place. You know, I was thinking as well when I was writing out this series, I was thinking how genetically we are made up of people that had rebellion. I mean, the people that founded our country, and then also people who've come to the country, whose families have come to this country to find the American dream, are people who are rebellious, people who are strong, who adhere to principles, and who have a deep desire for more and for better. And that's what you're genetically made up of. I mean, you have to be. It's if you're here in this country, then that's who you are. And so I want to encourage you to dig down into yourself and know who you are, and don't let yourself be any less. Do not give yourself a pass. Choose something better. I want to encourage you on that. And I hope to hear from you. I hope that you will share with me everything that you've gone through and are going through, that you have been through since you've been doing this series, and then also just let me know what's happening in your life in general. You can be my Facebook friend, you can email me anytime, and you can set up an appointment with me as well if you like. But more than anything, I want you to be empowered with health and awareness. I wish you well.